Hola, humans of Earth, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Niamh Hannah here. Welcome, hello, how are you doing? I hope you guys are staying safe, keeping entertained, being well, being positive. But today I'm bringing you a little video. So, today I thought I'll do something a bit more spiritual, as I am a spiritualist, if no one knows that, but I'm a spiritualist. So, I decided to let you look in, that was a real hard bang, in my journal. Yeah, so I was going to let you guys have a look in my journal and I can explain why I use this, how I use this, what I do with it, and yeah, so if you guys need anything, if you guys need knowledge on journaling, I'm your gal. So let's get into it. So this is my journal. I have got some little stickers and positive notes on it. I did get this notebook from Tesco's because it is very thick and it's like the sky and I love it and it's my favourite colour, so it was perfect for me. So I have been using this for my journal, and I have got another journal as well which I will show you as well to get different perspectives, because this is my positive kind of gratitude, all my good stuff journal where I put all my feelings down. And I've got another journal which is my bullet point journal, which is where I organise everything, where I've put all my like deepest desires, and yeah, so there's a bit of a difference. One of them is a lot more creative, this one is a bit more personal, although I have got a lot of personal things in my other one, but that's not the point. But yeah, so let's have a look at my journal. Right, so the first thing that I actually wrote in this journal was my sleep paralysis experience. So I started doing the journaling when quarantine happened. Well, just before quarantine happened, but I hadn't fully started the journey to it yet. But I started trying to do other things and I completely forgot about journaling. So when we went into quarantine with my boyfriend at the time, I ended up being able to have a spiritual routine, and I finally had the first thing to put into my journal. So the first thing in here is my sleep paralysis experience. I just say second because I have had more. Yeah, so this is like a bit of a diary entry of what happened, what I felt, yada yada yada. And then is what I would like my life to be. So I have got bullet points here of things that I want to do more of, I want to be better at, which, yeah, so it's stuff like taking pictures, uploading regularly on YouTube. I haven't been doing that very well, but I'm getting there. I'm gonna start, I promise you. Spiritual stuff, so yoga daily, which I have been doing since I come back home, and I did do it when I was in quarantine with my boyfriend at the time, so I have been really good at that. I should tick that off. I don't know what's going to happen when I go back to my uni, because I'm going into a new apartment with my best friend Taylor, hey girl, and yeah, we haven't really got anywhere room to do yoga, although we could probably do it in the hallway. That sounds so weird. We have a massive hallway, we could probably do it in there, girl, alright? But yeah, so I have been really good at that, and I've got published my book series. If you guys know me, then you know that I've been trying to write a book. Trying to write a book series. Yeah, I started working on a full series and I've been doing it for 5 years now. And I still haven't finished the first book yet. Because I keep changing and I keep looking at, you know, more ideas, and yeah, it's a bit of a mess right now, but I think I have it under control now. I just need to get into the routine of writing it more. And then we've got, oh, song projects. If you guys already know me as well, you'll know that I love singing, and because I love writing as well, I want to get into songwriting. I want to get into, you know, making my own songs. But yeah, so these are a bunch of stuff here that I want to get more into, and my goals, we'll say my goals of life. Journaling prompts, because at this time I didn't know what the hell I was journaling about, and I'm very bad at diaries, so I can't do a diary entry every single day because my brain doesn't function and it forgets about it. So I did bring up some prompts to help me through, which is stuff like, what are 3 things you're grateful for? Get creative and specific. Why are you grateful for those things? So stuff like that helped me kind of pinpoint what I wanted to talk about in this journal. Then I've got self-reflection, so some things that I want to, you know, record small accomplishments. Look at my day. What went right? What went wrong? How could I change that outcome? And so on and so forth. Yeah, so at that time, this was my first journaling. So the black pen is all of the questions, the prompts, and obviously the blue pen is everything that I said answering that question. So this went on for quite a while until I started getting more involved and I wanted to do more stuff with it. And I wanted to do more of more meaningful. I ended up doing some diaries, and I ended up figuring out, because I have anger issues. A bit random, but it's out there, I don't really care. And a great way for me to get it out, instead of punching a wall, is writing about it. So sometimes the writing could end up with me ripping the page, but usually it ends up with me ended up having a massive positive speech. It starts with like me being angry, saying why I'm angry, and then it ends up being like, I'm amazing though, I can do this, life is everything and awesome. So I have actually been doing that, and it's actually been helping a lot. And yeah, so every time I'm maybe feeling down, because I also have depression, I learned a lot about me today. Sorry, my babe just texted me. Hey Cal. Callie just texted me. But yeah, I also have some of my dream diaries in here as well, because my dreams are so weird. But I remember a lot about them. So I do have a lot of them down here as well, because I also like lucid dreaming. At the end of it, I also say themes, which I don't want you to read that because that was a dark dream. But themes, key things that I remember, so maybe like a name that came up, yeah, all that jazz. This is what I mean. This is my diary, right? And this is what happens when I get a good day and I have stickers. And I was like, oh my god, it was such an amazing day. Stick, 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 stick. And yeah, so this page is half covered in stickers because I had a really good day that day. You can always tell when I had a good day because it's full of stickers. Honestly though, having these little stickers actually really has helped me like be a bit more happy, because I'm like, oh my god, I can put a sticker down now. Yay. Studying and learning oracle cards. So I have got some tips for myself here of oracle reading, and what I saw / went through when I was meditating. So when I have meditations and maybe like a picture came into my head, or maybe I could hear something, or whatever the issue is, I usually put it down here so I can go back to it and see it. And then I also have my nightly card readings. Night affirmations, because nighttime, I'm a night owl and sometimes I cannot go to sleep at night. And sometimes I'm just scared of the dark, and sometimes I'm just like, I don't want to go to sleep yet, I don't feel safe. So night affirmations actually help me to feel a bit more safer. My life purpose here, which I did figure out. Figuring out your life purpose is hard, and sometimes you don't even know if it's correct, you don't know if it's right, But I feel like I've got a good thing going here. I think this is right. But I found this out when I was doing a Better Your Life course. And yeah, so I ended up figuring out that my life purpose, creating beauty through art, being my ultimate higher self, filling myself and others with happiness, joy, love and positivity. I have my values. So, I don't know if you can... I have my values and I have them scored out of 10, and I have what they represent to me and how I can embody this value. So again, these ones came from my course I was doing at the time, and I've got my ideal life. So writing down your ideal life is a lot easier to do, and obviously it stays with you then. And because you've written it down, you also can visualise it while you're writing it, which, yeah, it really helps. And it keeps your mind on track when you're going through this. I also have my life map. So I also have my life map. So things I want to accomplish in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, death, you know, the usual. And I've put them into separate categories. So I've put in business and career. Then I've got finance and wealth. And then I've got... pages stick together. I've got health and fitness, social, friends, love, contribution, and spirituality and self-image. Yeah, that's right, self-image. This is the one I wrote about calendar. I read this to Cal, so she's okay with that, I swear. But at the time, I was sleeping over at calendars, and I was feeling kind of down. And sometimes you wake up and you are depressed, and sometimes you don't want to do anything, and sometimes it's hard to get out of bed. And at the time I was obviously sleeping at calendar, so I had to get out of bed. And all through the day, like, she was trying to make me smile, what a bean, but it just could not, I couldn't do it. And once I started writing things down, I realised that I was sad because I admire her so much, and because of where she's come from, where she was. Me and Cal have a very deep past, but from where she is now, and I was like, bitch, I want to fucking be that person. I want to be you right now. But like, I was annoyed at her because of how much she's accomplished and how well she knows herself and all this and that, and I know that she's going to come back and be like, mate, you know yourself, you've never changed yourself, and all this and that was, and it's true, I didn't realise that until Calendar told me that, and then Jenny backed it up. And yeah, I always thought that I never really knew who I was, and I do, because I've never tried to be anyone else. I never tried to fit in. I've always been the weirdo, and I'm okay with that, and I always have been. But yeah, I don't know why I didn't realise it back then, but there you go. So I was an entry that started angry and ended up being like, my god, this bitch is so cool. This bitch is a queen. Why can't I be like this? It does help me calm down, and if you are going through depression or anxiety or anger issues like myself, honestly, I get it. And yeah, writing it down has been so much easier for me. Sometimes people can do it through drawing. Like, I don't know why I did that when I said drawing, but drawing. But people can do it through drawing. They can do it through music, playing music. It's a lot easier way and safer way to get the emotions out and feel more free. And yeah, so writing has been definitely something that is helping me to control my emotions and honour them, because you have to honour your emotions. You're feeling that way for a reason, and until you figure that reason out, you're going to keep feeling like that. You're going to keep feeling shit. You're going to keep not feeling good about yourself or your life or the situation that you're in. So until you can find a way out of that situation and help yourself through it, or you go to talk to someone, you're not going to be feeling any good. But writing, and see, I didn't even know half the stuff that I was sad or angry about until I wrote it down, and I started going deep into my emotions. And then I figured out why I was feeling sad, why this trauma, what happened to my life. And I'm getting a lot better at it. Like, I was depressed before this, but yeah, depression's been on for years, guys. But I was quite depressed before this. But like gaining weight, like I used to be a size 12, I'm now a size 16. And although I'm sad that I've gained weight, I am. And I know that I'm fucking beautiful. Hell yes, I'm gorgeous. But that's not the point. I still don't feel good because I still feel like the Niamh that was size 12. It's so weird trying to get your head around it when you see yourself in a picture and you're a lot bigger than you used to be and you don't feel like you're bigger than you used to be until you see yourself and you're like, oh, wow, what? So I get it, and that kind of didn't help my emotions. We'll just put it to the side. But yeah, once I started learning that, that's why I was feeling a bit shit. And it wasn't the main reason, it was just a tad of it. A little tad of it. I don't know what the fuck this is, but... And afterwards it was like this shield has been lifted from my face. I am now enlightened, I now know. I have all the knowledge. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is, if you go through something like that, and I would say get help, because you need it. Sometimes you can't do it by yourself, and honestly it's harder going through it by yourself. It's a lot more hard, and it's putting more pressure on you, and you don't need it. You don't need it. No one needs more pressure on themselves. And everyone's going through something, and sometimes you don't want to call your friend, although they're always going to be there for you. Sometimes you don't want to do that. So having somewhere there that you can talk to when you need to talk to them and get good advice, professional advice from, will help. But in the meantime, writing, putting your energy into something that's so much more creative that you love. Like I'm a creative. Don't know if you noticed, but I'm a creative. So for me, I would want to write it into a song. I would want to write it down in a journal. I would like to write it into a book. I'm one of them people that as soon as I'm like, need to do something, I have to put it into something else and then it's gone. That's what I was on. This just became like a really emotional video. But I don't care. You guys need to know that, and I'm just adjusting this damn light. Hello. There you go. So, next page, I have tapping. That's not the tapping, but there you go. Kind of like meditating, but it's highlighting what isn't making you feel good, how much it's making you feel good out of 10, what it feels like, where it's in your body. Like say like my biggest one when I was going through bullying, I kept feeling like a black knotted ball. See, that's a description. A black knotted ball, and it was in my heart and it was in my head. And it was about, I think it was like a level 8 at this point. And you kind of put them down, that's the information that you need. And obviously you say why, like at the time it was me because I was being bullied. And you basically tap certain areas of your body, saying certain things, and it honestly works. Like, it sounds stupid, but once you've tapped them places and you said these affirmations over and over again, you literally feel everything like drifting off you. And I remember the first time I did this with Joe, and like, oh, it was so good. I loved it. It was so good, and I was bubbly so much. Like, I'm a very bubbly person. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm a very like energetic human being, and very weird too. But I'm very bubbly, and at that time, that was calendar's fault. I'm blaming calendar, but at that time, something bad was going to happen. Something bad was happening, and it got even worse because calendar at the time was being a bitch. We won't go into that. But because it was also a friend that ended up turning on me at that time, and another bully on top of that, it was a lot worse. Like, I've been bullied my entire life, and fair, I don't give a shit. I don't give a flying fadoodle. I don't care. But as soon as it was like calendar and transformed, and it was just not pretty, I was not happy, I did not like life. And yeah, I got into some very bad habits. And once I went tapped and did all the information and went full deep into my emotions, full dived head first into that bullshit of emotions, that I finally felt a lot better about myself and that situation. And honestly, thinking back about that situation, like, I have no negative feelings about that situation anymore. Like, me and Calendar are still best friends. And yeah, like, thinking back of it, I'm not like, oh my god, you did this to me, you absolute, like, no, like, I'm looking back at it, I'm like, oh yeah, that was a time, cool. Moving on. So yeah, if you do want a video on tapping, I'll happily do one, because I love tapping. And I do it regularly. Some manifestation. Whoa. So manifestation, this is where I write down what I want in life, what I desire the most. And it's stuff like, I wish to lose 2 pounds in body weight in a few days. Well, not a few days, it says a week, but that's not the point. And like, I wish to be motivated and inspired during the day, because the daytime I don't like. I'm a night owl. I get more creative, I get more passionate, I get more energised in the evening times, and this is why I don't fucking sleep at night. But I need to try and switch them around. I need to be like depressed at night and enthusiastic in the morning, so I can actually get stuff done. Because right now it's 5 to 8 in the evening and I'm like this. Yeah, this morning if you called me at like, if I was doing this at like 10 o'clock in the morning, I would have done the depressive stare again and it wouldn't have worked out. Yeah, so there's some manifestations there, so I'll write them down and then I'll take a moment to visualise them in great detail, pretend that I'm literally there having this thing done to me right now. Visualising the manifestation coming true in the moment. And yeah, that's what I will do for my manifestation. So now that that one is done, which I'm going to... Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, guys. Oh, hey T. But yeah, I will have to go now because I have 39 seconds. So I will see you soon. Hopefully, I promise I will try. And I love you. God bless. Be positive. Good night.